Today we're making these adorable gingerbread cupcakes with homemade mini gingerbread men on top. This eye-catching holiday treat combines the warm spiced flavors of the classic gingerbread cookie with a moist, fluffy texture of a cupcake. Topped with a swirl of delicious cream cheese frosting with a slight hint of cinnamon, decorated with a tiny gingerbread man on top. Be sure to check out this video's description box for a full list of ingredients and directions, useful product links like this box, posted here by me for your convenience. To get started, let's make the gingerbread cookies. For our dry ingredients, we need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, spooned and leveled, followed by 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 heaping teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 heaping teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Give that a quick mix and then set that off to the side. To a small bowl, we need 1 large egg, and 1/4 cup of unsulfured molasses. Okay, set that off to the side. To a big mixing bowl, we need 1/2 cup of unsalted softened butter and 3/4 cup of light brown sugar packed. We're gonna mix this until fully combined. Next goes in our molasses egg mixture. Mix until well combined. Dump in half of the dry ingredients. Once it looks mostly all mixed in, go ahead and dump in the remaining dry ingredients. Scrape the bowl as needed. Once your ingredients have been fully mixed in, grab some plastic wrap. Grab your cookie dough and wrap it up. We're gonna let this chill in the fridge while we work on our cupcakes. For the cupcakes' dry ingredients, we need 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ginger, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give this a quick mix and then set that off to the side. To another small bowl, we need 1/2 cup of buttermilk and 1/3 cup of unsulfured molasses. Give that a good mix. What a gorgeous color! Alright, set that off to the side. To our main mixing bowl, we need 1/2 cup of salted softened butter and 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar packed, and we're going to fully mix these two together. Add in 2 large eggs. Mix, mix, mix. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Here comes the fun part. We're gonna add in half of the dry ingredients, then all of the wet, followed by the remaining dry ingredients, mixing well between each addition. Lastly, we're going to scrape that bowl. Double checking for lumps, this looks good. Grab your standard size cupcake pan and your festive Christmas liners. I picked these gold ones up from Walmart in their cake decorating aisle, not the baking aisle. Grab a cookie scooper and fill each liner 3/4 of the way full. Some of them might need a little topping off. Alright, this probably isn't a make or break step, but having messy batter in my cake pan bothers me. So I'm going to take a toothpick and sort of swirl the batter around like so. This also just helps me judge whether or not a liner needs more or less batter. This recipe states it makes 12 cupcakes, but I had enough batter left for 2 extra cupcakes. Excellent! Into a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 15 to 18 minutes or until a toothpick comes out with a few moist crumbs. While those are cooling, let's finish up our cookies. Grab some parchment paper, enough to fit on a cookie sheet. This, ladies and gentlemen, is my mom tax. She took a spoonful of cookie dough and ate it. It's okay, she's graciously letting me dirty up her kitchen for the sake of sneaking a couple cupcakes. We're gonna start by working with half of the cookie dough and toss the other half back in the fridge. With the rolling pin, we're gonna roll out our cookie dough to about 1/4 inch thick. Lightly flour your rolling pin as you go so your dough doesn't stick to it. Now this is a standard size cookie cutter. Way too big for the job, but still super cute. We're gonna need something smaller like these mini pie cutters. Now I picked this up from Crate & Barrel, but I have seen something very similar, different branding at Walmart. Be sure to check out this video's description box for a link to a similar product, if you can't find it at your local Walmart. Since we were able to get 14 cupcakes, we need at least 14 little gingerbread men, but make a few more just in case. Since these are so small, we don't want to risk damaging them by moving them around. Space out your cuts so we can just remove the excess dough later. And slide your baking sheet under into a preheated oven at 350 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes depending on your oven. I believe I took mine out at around 8 minutes. And you will have a ton of dough left over. We still have that other half in the fridge. But since we don't need any more, you can turn those into regular sized gingerbread cookies. While those are baking and then cooling, let's make the frosting. To a big bowl, we need half a cup of salted softened butter and 8 ounces of cream cheese, also softened. We're going to mix this until smooth, scraping the bowl as needed. This looks good. Next goes in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and lastly 4 cups of powdered sugar added in gradually. I just dumped a bunch in. It's fine, it'll be our secret. Be sure to scrape the sides of the bowl as you go. Once your frosting looks nice and smooth, we're going to transfer this to a piping bag fitted with a 6B piping tip. I get most, if not all, of my piping tips from Hobby Lobby, if that helps. Grab a cupcake and pipe on your frosting. Now the only thing left to do is decorate our gingerbread men cookies. They need buttons. For the royal icing, we need 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of meringue powder, and 2 tablespoons of milk. Mix until smooth. This is what you want it to look like, silky smooth. Okay, transfer this to a piping bag. Grab your completely cooled small army of mini gingerbread men and pipe on at least 2 buttons, preferably 3. Let your icing set for a few minutes before putting your men on the cupcakes. And here they are, absolutely adorable. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments section. Don't forget to use up the rest of that cookie dough and make some standard size cookies. Here's an ingredients list. Be sure to check out my other holiday cupcake videos. I have several posted on my channel. All of them are a huge hit with the family and friends. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.